Hello my friends and welcome back, and thank you very much for being with me again today. Russia is ready to deliver gas to Europe using the fourth of the three destroyed pipelines. If you remember, they were destroyed, attacked by someone, we don't know who, we can always guess. In this case, you go by who would benefit, and it's one country who would benefit by far from those explosions, but that doesn't prove guilt yet. These guys are still dragging their feet in finding out or not finding out. I don't think it's about finding out. I think it's about telling us. They didn't. I don't think they decided how to deliver the news. That's what I think it is. I think they know very well who did it, but because it's very inconvenient, they could not. I think they argue behind the scenes. But that's my gut feeling. Now, on the other hand, the Russians, who are supposedly the main actor in this, they say, you know what? We are ready to provide Europe with gas through the last pipeline that is unaffected. How about that? It's up to you guys. We are ready. Should we start it? And the Europeans are like, oh man, Jesus Christ, man. These are like the Russians with their poisoning in London. Jesus Christ, they can't, do the job, finish the job. 3 out of 4. Jesus Christ, fire those weasels. Well, that's the situation. We have this article from the New Voice of Ukraine, and this is the title. Russia wants to send gas to Europe through surviving Nord Stream 2 line. And why not? So if Moscow really wanted to blow that up, and should not even offer this. Moscow is allegedly ready to supply gas to Europe along the surviving line of the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline, according to Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak. Russian financial newspaper Kommersant reported, and I'm quoting, as for the second line of Nord Stream 2, it is ready, built, and if the necessary legal decisions are made by European colleagues regarding its certification and lifting of restrictions, I think that Russia could provide appropriate supplies through this pipeline in a short time, Novak stated. At the same time, the Russian official complained that neither the Nord Stream project operator nor Russian authorities have been allowed to investigate the incidents that have taken 3 out of 4 lines across both the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 pipelines out of commission. The first report of an incident involving the Russian-Europe Nord Stream pipeline occurred on September 26th, blah blah blah, we know that one. It occurred, in the Baltic Sea off the coast of Sweden and Denmark, were non-operational but were still filled with technical gas for pressurization. The pressure drop was recorded at a section of the pipeline located at a depth of about 70 meters near the Danish island of Bornholm in the Baltic Sea, just outside the territorial waters of Denmark, but in the exclusive economic zone. So we know these guys were not allowed, but the point here is that the Russians, if they really wanted, first, I don't know why would they wanted to blow that up? What would be the benefit of Russia? When they could just simply say, you know what, no gas for you, click, 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 done, bye-bye. Or they could have whistled out saying, I don't know, something happens on our pipeline here. Or they could have done it on their territory. Why didn't do it on their territory and say, no, it's just us investigating it, not you, it's us, and we're going to tell you what we determined. That would have been the easiest way. And you can say whatever you want, and we can point the fingers to whomever we want, and you could not believe or believe, we don't care. But like this, why do you just let the whole thing, if the Russians did it, why do you bother to go to the Danish coast, do what you are accused of doing? You're not allowed to investigate. You are the prime suspect. You let these guys come with their decision. Denmark is in the hand of the United States. Remember, through Denmark, the NSA got into the European and tapped the phones of Angela Merkel and other dignitaries. Remember that through Denmark. So Denmark is United States, is Trojan horse. Okay, so why do you let them decide for you? Why don't you take control of the situation if you really want to blame others and do it on your territory? I personally would have done it in Russia, or right outside I would do the same thing as this guy did it, but on my economic territory, whatever zone. All right, and I would say, well, I would be Denmark at this point. It's not on my territorial waters. Let's put it this way. It's going to be in my economic territorial, territory, which I would claim the same rights as Denmark claims right now. Nobody will touch that. It's on our economic. We investigate it. The same Russia would have done it. Don't tell me they're idiots and they didn't think about this. But I don't think it was them, because they would have done it. Okay, we investigated. They investigated, and say, well, it was this. And obviously the other side would say, we don't believe you, but who cares? They blow them up, they reach their goal of not being able to deliver, and nobody believed them anyway. Right now is the other way around. You let all the decisions to Denmark, who you know that Denmark is, United States is little dog that this guy are petting over there. Good job, okay? And they will say whatever those guys are telling, and you let them decide, and they definitely gonna blame it's you. So it was not Russia from another reason. So I would have done it on my territory, as I said. Okay, now, and if the Russians did it, and they missed 1 out of 4, and why did they have to take this many chances? To go right there and point the fingers to what? United States? No, you do it on your side over there. It was the United States. Who would come and investigate? Nobody, because you don't allow them. They don't have jurisdiction, okay? And besides, why do you need to do it? You just say, no, it doesn't work. I know, it's rusty. We don't have strength to turn it on. That's it. Or maintenance or bullshit reasons. So that's why Russia doesn't make sense whatsoever. So anyway, and even this reason that is right now that they say, you know what, guys, if you want gas, technically we can do it. So even if we wanted to prevent you from receiving gas from us, that we could have done it easier like that, click, we can still give you gas right now if you want. It's up to you. So even that, they give them even that. So, that points to another reason why the Russians as a suspect moves even further and further and further. I mean, you have to make up your mind. You can't just say, no, this guy is pure evil and he's so smart in his evilness, but he makes such a novice mistakes. This is novice. This is, ABC 1, 2, 3. You put yourself in this situation. No, they're gonna lie. Why don't you why don't you have the strength in your hand and say, no, I will decide and I will tell you. And everybody will say, no, see, it's the Russians. No, but we investigated, it's you actually. All right, so I have no doubt that these guys would turn the gas on, or at least there would be a possibility. Why? Because Russia likes this kind of game where they have control over it. Like right now, they don't have any control. If those guys would have been able to blow all 4 pipelines, they would have no control. But right now they have still an ace. Well, you want it? You want it, you don't want it. You want it? You don't want it. You want it? You don't want it. Okay, you want it? Okay, then they're in control. Right now, if they're all gone, no more games. So who would like that? The people who's gonna come and help with LNG across the Atlantic. Remember, Zimbabwe? All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.